Hello, good morning. Today I'm gonna work with you on a gentle flow. Lots of people have been telling me their back's been sore lately, mine's been sore lately. A little bit of like hip work, and yeah, it's just gonna be a nice, soft opening, gentle flow. Okay, so let's start on our backs. Let your breath come into your belly. Breathing in through your nose and out through your nose. If you need to take a couple sighs, then take a deep breath in through your nose and open your mouth and breathe out through your mouth. Let's do that 2 more times. Breathe in and breathe out. Okay, now lengthen your spine. Drop your chin down to your chest. Maybe the temperature in your body changes. You start to let go of any sort of anxiety and stress. You've carved this time out for you, so be present. Listen to your body and what it needs today. Okay, reach your arms up. Stretch your toes, point them. We're gonna walk our feet over to the right and grab your left wrist and pull your left arm over to the right so you're in this crescent moon shape. Lengthening your side body. Now let your breath take you deeper into your body and into your pose. Okay, now we'll go into the other side. So walk your feet over to the left, reach your right arm over to the left and pull your right wrist with your left hand. You can put your right ankle over your left to deepen the stretch. Okay, we'll walk back to center and pull your knees into your chest. Give yourself a big hug. If opposite elbows is available to you, then grab your opposite elbows. If not, you can grab wherever, whichever grip suits you best. One more breath. And then bring your feet up to the sky and grab the soles of your feet, maybe your ankles. Happy baby. Try to relax your spine down onto the mat. And remember your breath. Always remember your breath. rock back and forth here. Straighten one leg and then the other. Okay, and drop your feet down onto the mat. Just feel your body here for a minute, for a second. And then we'll pull our knees back in and drop them over to the left, reaching your right arm to the right and looking over your right hand. Stretching out your thoracic spine. Take 3 more breaths here. Back through center, and then drop your knees over to the right, reaching your left arm out to the left. Look over your left shoulder. Your legs are heavy onto the ground. Three more breaths. Come back through center. Rock and roll along the length of your spine until you come up into seated and come into Baddha Konasana. So soles of your feet together. Wobble on your seat bones and lengthen your spine up. Breathe in and breathe out. Letting your knees become heavier and heavier. Okay, now we'll reach our left leg out, our right leg out, sorry, our left foot comes over our left thigh. And then if you want, you can keep your leg straight or you can bend your left leg. Okay, we're gonna reach our arms up and then twist over to the left, bringing your right elbow onto the outside of your left knee. Your inhale lengthens your spine, and on your exhale, if you can twist more, listening to your body, you can twist a little bit deeper into the pose. Feeling your belly push against your thigh. Three more breaths. Then just a little bit of a counter stretch. And then we'll lengthen our legs back out. Bring your right leg over your left thigh. So your leg can stay straight out in front of you, or you can bend at the knee and make sure you're sitting on both your sitting bones, your seat bones. Okay, and reach your arms up. And on your exhale, your elbow hooks onto your right knee, twisting open to the right. Ooh, I feel tight on this side. You can look over your right shoulder. That's comfortable for your neck. Big belly breaths into your belly. Okay, we'll come back through center. Bring your right leg behind you and cat-cow. So your hands are under your shoulders. You're on your knees, hip-width distance apart. On your inhale, look up. Drop your belly, arch your spine. Tailbone shines up to the sky. And on your exhale, push into your hands. Look in between your knees. Okay, now cat-cow with your own breath. Inhale brings you to look up, and your exhale, you arch your spine and look in between your legs. Now really feel your body here. Notice any tension in your back and your spine. Send your breath to that tension and accept it. Know that it's only temporary. Okay, on your next inhale, we're gonna walk our hands forward to melting heart pose. So your hips are over your knees and you're just reaching your arms forward. Look over at your hands. Once you can't go anymore, you can drop your head down. Feel that stretch in your shoulders. Three more breaths. Okay, now drop your elbows down and come onto your belly. Keeping your hands, your elbows underneath your shoulders, your hands are in front of you. Okay, and then just look over the tip of your nose and make sure the tops of your feet are flat into the mat. And feel the arch, the bend in your spine. Pull your shoulders away from your ears. Have a couple breaths here. Sphinx pose. On your next breath, push your hands in underneath your shoulders and push back into wide-legged child's pose. Bringing your hips onto your heels, your glutes onto your heels. Okay, we'll reach your hands over to the left. Your right hand can come on top of your left hand and just drop into the pose at this moment. Feel the stretch in your left side body, or sorry, right side. Walk through center with your hands and come over to the right side. Sorry, mixing them up. Feeling the stretch in your left side body. Okay, come back through to center. We'll push up into our downward facing dog. Push your hips back. All 10 fingers are pressed into the mat. Look back behind you. You can start to pedal your legs out here. How are your hamstrings feeling? Okay, we'll walk our feet in between our hands and just drop down. Grab opposite elbows. Just start to sway back and forth. Hinging at your hips and letting your weight come into the balls of your feet. Dropping your head heavy. You can bend your knees here also. Okay, bring your hands down onto the mat. We'll halfway lift. Your hands come onto your shins. Lengthen your spine forward. Forward fold once more and reach your arms up to the sky. Okay, we'll grab our left wrist and just reach over to the right and reach over to the left. Okay, your hands come behind you. Clasp your fingers and just stretch your chest open. Your hands come off of your glutes, your back, side body. Breathe in and out. Slowly your shoulders begin to drop away from your ears. Three more breaths. Reach your arms back up and forward fold. Halfway lift, hands at your shins. Walk your hands forward and we'll come onto our knees and slowly lower down into cobra. So your hands are underneath your shoulders. And then lift your chest up off the ground. Keep your gaze down at your mat. Engage your glutes, tops of your feet are on the mat. Okay, and push into your hands and we'll go back into our child's pose. Two more breaths in your child's pose. Come back onto our hands and knees. Push back into your downward dog. Pedal out your legs again. This time we're going to reach our right foot up to the sky. Bend your knee so your heel comes closer to your glute. Feel how your hip feels. Do a couple circles forward with your knee, just opening up that hip. 3, and bring your knee forward and drop your right foot in between your hands. You're in your low runner's lunge. Keep your left hand on the ground and twist open to the right. Reach your right arm up to the sky. Your legs are engaged. And drop your hand back down. We'll drop our back knee and lift our right toes up to the sky. So your right leg's stretched out in front of you. You can untuck your back toes. Lengthen your spine. Okay, and we'll drop our foot back down. And heel toe your toe out to the right. So you're in your lizard now. Your back toes are still untucked on the mat. Your hands are on the inside of your right foot. Feel the stretch in your left hip. Okay, push into your hands, tuck your back toes back under, and step your left foot forward so you come into your yogi squat. Your elbows are pushing on the inside of your thighs. Your feet are splayed open. You're lengthening your spine up and dropping your tailbone down to the mat. Your hands are pushing together. 3 breaths here. Feel your hips. Feel your inner thighs. And drop your hands down onto the mat and lift your legs up. Heel toes them back into hip width distance and forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, reach your arms up to the sky. And exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, plant your hands. Come onto your knees and we'll lower back into that cobra. So slowly dropping your belly and chest onto the mat, and then we'll lift up our chest and micro tuck our chin, looking flat down onto the mat. Take 3 breaths here. And push back into your child's pose. On your next inhale, come up onto your hands and knees and push your hips up and back into your downward dog. Your hips are the highest point of your body. You're lengthening your spine. You're looking in between your feet. You're pushing into your hands. Okay, bring your left leg up. Bend your knee so your heel drops to your right glute, and start to do those circles forward, opening up your hip. 3, and bring your knee to your chin and drop your left foot in between your hands. You're in your runner's lunge. Your right hand stays on the mat, and reach your left hand up. Look up at your hand. All 5 fingers are stretched out and proud. Your right glute is engaged, your knees over your ankle. And drop your hand back down. Drop our right back knee, untuck your toes, and your left toes come up to the sky, lengthening out your left leg. Try to bring your hips in line so your left hip comes a bit back and your right hip forward. Your spine is long. toes are flexed up to the ceiling. Okay, and we'll place our left foot back onto the ground. Our hands come on the inside of our left foot, and you can heel toe your left foot out of it and open up your knee so you're in your lizard. Feel your right hip. Breathe into your right hip. Feel your left hip. Take 3 more breaths. And tuck your back toes and step your right foot forward. So you're back in that yogi squat. Your hands come onto the inside or push together. Feeling a little bit like a space case today. Inhale and exhale. Can you feel your sense of being? Do you feel more calm? More in control? You've calmed your nervous system a little bit. Okay, now we're gonna sit onto our bum. Reach our feet out in front of us. Okay, now reach your hands up to the sky and fold forward and just drop your hands wherever they go. Lengthen your spine and fold forward. You can now drop your head. Breathe into the tension, to the pulling. The longer you sit in the pose, the more your body will start to let go and then have memory of that. Okay, inhale, come back up. We're gonna open up our legs wide. Get comfy. Lengthen your spine, inhale, and exhale, just reach your arms forward. Just go as far as it doesn't hurt, but it's still challenging. Inhale, and exhale. I love this pose because I can always feel my legs start to like release. Okay, we'll come back through. Cross our legs. Put your hands on your knees. Breathe in. And breathe out through your nose. Drop your shoulders away from your ears. And just sit here. And just be. Breathing in through your nose. And out through your nose. We're just staying here sitting. being present in this moment. Slowing down. Bring your hands to your heart center. You can sit longer, and when you're done, just bow forward. Namaste. I hope you all have a beautiful day. Thanks for moving with me.